Okay, guys, good morning. So let's begin the session. So hope everyone I'm audible and clearly you're able to hear me. Please respond.
Yeah, it's audible.
So let's use the Azure, guys. So let's use the what is it? Azure Data Engineering. So when we talk about the Azure Data Engineering, so guys, so I'll just write it down here. Here we can say AD 8:30 AM. Okay. So I'm using the Azure Data Engineering, guys. So when we talk about the Azure Data Engineering, so let's discuss it. What exactly the Azure Data Engineering is. So guys, when we talk about the Azure Data Engineering, Azure is nothing but it is a name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. Everyone. So Microsoft is marketing its cloud services with a name called what is that? Azure. Okay, with the name called what is that? Azure. So hence we call it as what? Azure, guys. And then here you have what's that? Data. We call it as what? Data. So data means what, guys? Data means what? The information. Am I right? And then you have what's that? Engineering. So engineering is nothing but what? Application of techniques on the data by using the Azure. So when you talk about the Azure data engineering, so the guys, the Azure data engineering is the collection of the following. What is that? The Azure Data Engineering is the bunch of cloud services. Is the bunch of what is it? Cloud services. Is the bunch of cloud services, everyone. The Azure Data Engineering is the bunch of cloud services, everyone. So Azure Data Engineering is the bunch of what is it, guys, everyone? Cloud services. Azure Data Engineering is the bunch of cloud services. Okay, wherein using this bunch of cloud services, we can perform the following task, guys. That is nothing but the following jobs we can do it. That we can say data migration. Then we have the data uh, integration. Then with the data migration, data integration, data summarization, data migration, data integration, data summarization. And then you have what's the data visualization. Data visualization. Okay. We have what's that? Everyone. So we have what is it? Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and data visualization. So these are all the guys, these are all the, can you see here? These are all the cloud services we have it. That means the jobs you can do it by using the cloud services. So we can say Azure Data Engineering is nothing but Azure Data Engineering is nothing but everyone. Azure Data Engineering is nothing but it's a bunch of cloud services, guys. It is the bunch of cloud services where it performs the job of what is that? Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and as well as the data visualization. Okay. So now let us discuss all of them, guys. Okay. As already you know, everyone. So the Azure Data Engineering is what? Azure is nothing but it's the name used by the Microsoft. Am I right, everyone? Azure is nothing but what? It is the name used by the Microsoft. Okay. So when it comes to what is that? Azure is the name used by the Microsoft. And what is the next one? You have it data. Data is nothing but what? Information. So information. So here you have what's it? Engineering is nothing but what? Application of techniques on the data. So what are the techniques we do it? So whenever we apply the techniques on the data, okay, for application of techniques, we require, guys, for application of techniques. So we apply the techniques on the data by using what is that? Cloud services. So in broad, we can say the Azure Data Engineering is a bunch of cloud services, is a bunch of cloud services is a bunch of what is it? Cloud services. Is a bunch of what? Cloud services, guys. It is a bunch of cloud services wherein it provides the following. What is it, guys? Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and as well as the data visualization. Okay, guys, everyone? Yes, please respond. So these are all the cloud services we can use it, guys. Okay. Am I audible, guys, everyone? Yes. So now, first of all, guys, everyone, first of all, the next one is when you talk about the, first of all, when we talk about, guys, when we talk about the data migration, everyone, when we talk about the data migration. So what is a data migration? Now, guys, we will discuss, first of all, what is a data migration. So here we have the data migration, guys. So when we talk about the data migration, okay. So I'll take up a simple example here, guys. Okay, just a minute. So guys, data migration. So when you talk about the data migration, guys, okay. So all of us, for example, everyone, guys, everyone, what is data migration? Data migration is nothing but it is a process where the data is moved from the, yes, guys, the data is moved from the on-premises to the cloud. It is a process where the data is moved from the on-premises to the cloud. For example, guys, we all use the mobile phones, everyone? Yes, we use the mobile phones. Yes, we use the mobile phones. In fact, we use the mobile phones. So, am I right? That too, we are using the smartphones right now. Okay. So that too, we are using the smartphone. So whenever we use a mobile phone, by default, or whenever we buy a mobile phone, by default, we get the mobile phone with the default memory. So let us say you bought a mobile and you got a memory of 100 GB. That means you can store the data up to the 100 GB and 8 GB is the RAM. That means the processing speed of this one, guys, the processing speed of this one is what? 100 GB. The processing speed is what is it, guys? 100 GB. The processing speed is what? 100 GB. So now, guys, can you see here, everyone? Processing speed is 100 GB. Yes. Sorry, 8 GB. 8 GB is the processing speed and 100 GB is the storage. So now, guys, the next question is, you have been to a party or a function or an excursion where you have clicked some photos. You have clicked some photos and these photos you have clicked in some DSR, that is a DSLR camera, and now here your memory and the same, that is nothing but the date or the photos and as well as the pictures, everything that is amounting towards it 300 GB. Now tell me, can we store this 300 GB data in your mobile phone where the mobile phone capacity is only 100 GB, guys? No, it's not possible basically. Am I right? It's not possible. So now what is the other alternative? What is the other alternative? The other alternative is what? You can add your mobile phone. Yes, guys, you can add your mobile phone, everyone. Yeah, you can add your mobile phone, everyone. You can add your mobile phone with some SD card. So that is nothing but scan this card. I can add it here, SD card. And the SD card memory, let us say here, okay, the SD card memory, let us say 100 GB. Now, the SD card memory is what? 100 GB. Now, still, can you reach out the 300 GB storage, guys? Still, can we reach out? No, not possible. So that's it. So now, guys, so what you do? again you end up buying a new mobile phone. Am I right? You will end up in buying the new mobile phone. So to avoid this process of buying a new mobile phone, everything, what is the other alternative you have, it, guys? We generally try to store the data into the Google Drive. But whereas, guys, everyone, whereas if you go with the Google Drive, guys, the default memory of the Google Drive is what? 15 GB. That means free is 15 GB. But if you wanted to store, yeah, free is 15 GB. Am I right? If you wanted to store more than that, you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it, and which is very less cost. That means if you want 300 GB of the data to be, used on the cloud, it will not cost you more than 1500 rupees. Am I right? 1500 rupees. It will not cost you. I'm using the Indian money. Okay, Indian money is what? 1500 rupees. You can use it. But guys, 1500 rupees, you can use it. But whereas, if you buy a new mobile phone, that will give you how much cost? 20,000 again you have to spend. So you are able to save how much amount? Yes, guys, how much amount you are able to save? You are able to save 18,500 is the amount you are saving. Yes, 18,500 amount is this amount you are saving it. So now, guys, in this situation, so what we do? So always to avoid this, what we do, we try to switch the data storage, guys. Always we try to switch the data storage. Always we try to switch the data storage from the mobile storage to what is that, guys, everyone? Always we try to switch the data from the mobile storage to what is that, guys? From the mobile storage to what? Cloud storage. That is called as what is that is Google Drive. Now, guys, the Google Drive here is the cloud. Guys, the Google Drive is called as what? Guys, everyone, the Google Drive is called as the cloud here. Cloud. And whereas here, this one, whatever the mobile phone you have it, this is called as what? On premises. So whenever we move the data, guys, whenever we move the data, yes, whenever we move the data from an on-premises to what is that? Cloud environment. So whenever we move the data from the, guys, everyone, whenever we move the data from the on-premises to the cloud environment, on-premises to the cloud environment, whenever we move the data from the on-premises to what is that? Cloud environment. Whenever we move the data from the on-premises to the cloud environment, guys, whenever we move the data from the on-premises to the cloud environment, guys, whenever we move the data from the on-premises to the cloud environment, whenever we move the data from the on-premises to the cloud environment, this kind of moving of the data, yes, this kind of moving of the data is called as what? The process of what? Data migration. It is called as the process of what, guys, everyone? Data migration. So, okay, the data migration. So, whenever we move the data from the on-premises to the cloud environment, this is called as what, guys? Data migration process. So, here, guys, here the data migration is the process which we can do it by using the, yes, we can do it by using the, yes, we can do it by using the cloud service. Okay, cloud service that is called as what? Azure Data Engineering. This is the first one, guys. And then we have the next one as what is it, guys? Data integration. What is the next one you have it, guys? Data integration. So now let us try to see what is a data integration. Am I audible, guys, everyone? Okay. So what is a data integration? Yes. What is a data integration? Let's try to understand. Okay, guys. So Okay, guys, data integration. So what is my data integration? Let's try to understand this with the help of an example, guys, everyone. So here I am using it. What is data integration? So guys, everyone, let's take an example here, everyone. Am I audible, guys? Yeah, everyone, am I audible? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
now, so guys, data integration. So what do you mean by data integration? Let us see. Let's take an example here. You have a Reliance Fresh. So guys, here you have a Reliance Fresh supermarket is there. So what is basically Reliance Fresh deal into? So Reliance Fresh deals into what is it? Providing of fresh vegetables. Am I right? Fresh vegetables. That means these vegetables are brought from various locations and kept at a Reliance Fresh. Am I right? So I'm talking about the Reliance Fresh Mumbai branch. Reliance Fresh Mumbai. Okay, guys. Reliance Fresh Mumbai. Okay, guys. I'm taking about it. Reliance Fresh Mumbai. So now here we have it. The Reliance Fresh storage. That is a Reliance Fresh. That is nothing but in Mumbai, wherein they are into the sale of the fresh vegetables, guys. Am I right? So now tell me, let us say the following are the vegetables we have it. The first vegetable, guys, you can see it. The first vegetable, let us say, guys, here, the vegetable number one, this is from the J and K. That means it is cropped and, guys, it is cropped and cultivated in J and K. That is Jammu and Kashmir, India. And the next one is what do you have it? Uh, this one is from Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh. That means this particular crop is also cropped at Madhya Pradesh, cropped and cultivated at the Madhya Pradesh only. So J and K MP. And the next one is what is it, guys? J and K MP, Madhya Pradesh J and K, India, Madhya Pradesh, India. And now the next one is what? Tamil Nadu, India. But vegetable number three, you bought it from the Tamil Nadu. That means cropped, guys, cropped and cultivated at the Tamil Nadu. And the next one is what is that? Malaysia. Malaysia is not a part of India. So this is a separate country. Again, you have what is that, guys? United Kingdom. Okay, UK. So I am just using it here. UK, England, and vegetable number six is from Australia. Australia, Sydney. Okay, guys, everyone. Australia, Sydney. So everyone, can you see here? Yes, guys. We have the following vegetables brought it from the various locations of the world. Am I right? Now, the next question is, guys, everyone. We bought the following vegetables, guys. We bought the following vegetables by the Reliance Fresh from the various locations or the various locations across the globe. So now, guys, these all are made available at which store? At the Mumbai store. And this Mumbai store is offered by whom? By the Reliance Industries. Am I right, everyone? Yes. This is offered by the Reliance Industries. Am I right? Yes, guys. This is offered by the Reliance Industries. That means the Reliance has gathered, guys, the Reliance has gathered these vegetables from various locations and the various part of the world for facilitation of the consumers. For facilitating the consumers, these all are gathered. Am I right or not? Whereas, guys, can you see here? So these are gathered from the various locations and kept under the one roof. Kept under what is that, guys? Kept under a single roof. Kept under a single roof, guys. So this is called, guys, kept under the single roof. Guys, kept under the single roof. So hence we call this one as, what is it, guys, everyone? Hence we call this process as what? Everyone. Hence we call this process as what? Everyone. Hence we call this process as what? Data integration process. Am I right? In the same way, these we are dealing with the vegetables now. So we can say vegetable integration. Guys, vegetable integration. But here, or goods integration. But if you replace the same vegetables with the the data, then what happens? It is called as what? Data integration. So everyone is clear with the data integration, guys? Please respond. That's it. Now the next one, guys. What is the next process you have it? Guys, data. What is the next process you have it as what? Data summarization. So let's try to understand the same here. Okay. Now, guys, what is the data summarization process? For the data summarization process also, I'll take the same example, guys. I will take the same examples. That means the Reliance Fresh, all these examples, I'll take it as it is. Okay. Now, the next one is, now, guys, you wanted to prepare, everyone, you wanted to prepare. Okay, guys, here you have what's it? The Reliance. Can you see it, everyone? Here you have the Reliance. Okay. What is data summarization process? So now the Reliance Fresh, guys, everyone. The Reliance Fresh, yes. The Reliance Fresh has gathered these vegetables from the various locations of the world for whom? For facilitating the consumers. For facilitating the consumers. For facilitating the consumer, or for the facilitation of the consumers, guys. Okay. For the facilitation of the consumers. Okay. For the facilitation of the consumers, guys. Okay. Wherein, everyone, for the facilitation of the consumers, wherein, suppose the task of the day, here you have a task. What is the task, guys? You wanted to prepare a veg curry, guys. Here, everyone. You wanted to prepare a veg curry, everyone. You wanted to prepare a veg curry. So as soon as you thought of, everyone, as soon as you thought of preparing a veg curry, guys, that means as soon as you thought of preparing a veg curry, everyone, as soon as you thought of preparing a veg curry, everyone, what you will do? You have reached the, guys, you have reached the, as soon as you thought of preparing the veg curry, you have reached the Reliance Fresh supermarket. As you have reached the Reliance Fresh, guys, as you have reached the Reliance Fresh, you could able to find many vegetables. Many vegetables. Am I right or not? So now here, guys, here, are you going to buy all the vegetables or only those vegetables which is required to prepare your veg curry? Please respond, everyone. Huh? My question is, we have reached the, guys, you have reached the Reliance Fresh venue. And now once you have reached the venue, are you going to buy all the vegetables which are available in the Reliance Fresh or only those vegetables which is required to prepare your veg curry? Yes, only those veggies which is required to prepare the curry. Am I right or not? So you have, let us say, 1,000 vegetables are there. Out of the 1,000, you are choosing some of the vegetables. So now let us say, guys, here we have chosen it. Can you see it? We have selected, guys, we have selected how many vegetables here? Vegetable number 1, comma, vegetable number 2, comma, vegetable number 5. Am I right? Vegetable number 1, vegetable number 2, and vegetable number 5. That means we have not selected, guys. We have not selected everyone. We have not selected everyone. We have not selected rest of the vegetables. Am I right or not? So whereas this is called as what? Selection of this process is called as what, guys? Selection of vegetables. Am I right? It is called as a process of what? Selection of vegetables, guys. Okay. So once the vegetables are selected and you brought them home, so what you will do? As soon as you brought them home, will you start eating it process, guys? As soon as the vegetables are brought home, are you going to, yes, guys, eat the vegetables as it is? No, no. Yes, guys, are you going to eat the vegetables? No. So what you will do? As a human, you don't eat the raw vegetables. So to avoid that, guys, to avoid that, guys, to avoid the same, guys, to avoid the same, everyone, to avoid the same, as a human, you don't eat the raw vegetables. So what you'll do, you'll start the process of what is that? First of all, the following process. What is that, guys? Washing or cleaning of vegetables. Washing or cleaning of vegetables. And the next one is what is it? You have it? Washing or cleaning of vegetables. Then cutting and chopping of vegetables. Okay, washing and cleaning of vegetables, cutting and chopping of vegetables. Then you have what's that, guys, everyone? Cutting and chopping of vegetables, washing of vegetables. And then you have what is it, guys? The next one is what is that? Washing, cleaning, cutting, chopping. And soon after this, you will have the start process of cooking. Am I right? So this process, can you see here? This process, we perform it. Okay, guys. This process, we perform it. Whereas, can you see here? Can we say this process as what? The process of transformation? Why? Because, yes, transformation, exactly. Guys, exactly. That means you are converting the raw vegetables from the raw form to what is that? Cooked form, guys. Am I right? So before we convert it into the cooked form, you have performed the following process. What is the process? The process is washing or cleaning of vegetables, and then you have the cutting and chopping of the vegetables, and finally you have converted the raw veg to what is that? Veg curry. Now the veg curry is ready. Now you'll start eating it. Yes, in fact. So guys, start eating the veg curry. So what you will do for the final layer is what? You start the eating of vegetables. So that means here you can say the same process, that is called as what? This process, finally, the final layer is what? The process of loading. Okay. Guys, the process of what is that? Loading. Am I right? The process of what is that? We can say it's a loading process, wherein, guys, here the first one, what is that you have it? Selection of vegetables. The selection of vegetables. The selection of vegetables is called as what, guys? It is called as what? Extraction. So here we can say, guys, extraction of the data, everyone, extraction of the data. Then you have the transformation of the data, guys. Extraction of the data, transformation of the data. And finally, you have what's it, guys? Extraction of the data, transformation of the data, and finally, you have what's it? Loading of the data into the target system. So where this process, guys, everyone, this process is called as what is it? The process of what, everyone? It is called the process of what? ETL. It is called the process of what, guys? ETL, which stands for extraction, transformation, and the loading is the process we have it. Okay, guys? Extraction, transformation, and the loading is the process we have it. Okay. So this process is called as the process of what? Data. This process is called as what? The process of what? Data summarization. Okay, guys? It is called as a process of what? Data summarization. So now guys, here we have done what is that? The first one is the data migration, where we move the data from the cloud to the on-premises. And the next one you have what is that, guys? Everyone? You have what's that? Data integration, where in the data integration, what we do? We get the data from the various platforms and put it on a single platform. So this is called as what? Data. Yes, guys, migration. And the final layer is what? Data. Next layer is what? Data summarization, wherein we choose only those records which is required as per our requirement. We are by performing the process called was ETL, which stands for what? Extraction, transformation, and the loading of the data, guys. That's it. Okay. And now, guys, when we talk about the data visualization. So this data visualization, we will discuss it in the tomorrow's session, guys. Not today, we will discuss it into the tomorrow session. Anyways, tomorrow also, you will have the session at the same time. So we will discuss what is data visualization. And once the visualization is done, I will explain you how do we implement the process, everything. Okay. So before that, guys, when you talk about my experience, see, I have around 10 plus years of experience in IT. And about the cloud, I have 3.5 years of experience in the cloud. Currently, I'm serving in some corporate. And that's it, guys. And the duration of this course would be, guys, around 3 months, or you can say 100 days. Okay, 100 days. And next one is what? The part of things which are covered into this. So we are going to see the ADF, ADB, and the Synapse. These are the three important things. And apart from this, apart from the Synapse, we are also going to see the Azure Open AI and what is it? You have it Azure Open AI and as well as the Fabric as an introduction on this. Okay, how to integrate the same into the AD, that is Azure Data Engineering, that we are going to see it. So that's it, guys, from my end. And if you have any questions, you can ask me, please. Yes, guys, any questions for me? Okay, guys. So that's it. No questions for me. So we'll meet tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., guys. Thank you, everyone. I'm ending the session. Bye-bye. Sorry. Tomorrow morning at 8:30. Same. Same 8:30. We'll just continue tomorrow. Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you, everyone.